run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany, and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just aim it ready to Whittles Peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Brazil.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster, they got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So body. Made it to the top, ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me, tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Yeah.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right back to him on first down. Up past the 30, second down coming up. Our game here, Bucs and Chiefs, certainly one of the crown jewels of this 2022 NFL schedule. Of course, a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 55, Tom Brady's 7th Super Bowl title, when his guys really outmanned a Kansas City team who came up short in their quest to go back-to-back. And you look at these two quarterbacks, Brady, just a legend of the game. Many say the GOAT. Mahomes, certainly you could say on a similar trajectory. And then we'd be remiss for not mentioning these two, of course, shared a Madden cover back in 2021. So this a hot ticket indeed here in Tampa. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The Buccaneers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, and going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. The The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Mecole Hardman. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
72.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Opting to run again here with White. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Second down and goal. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the... And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on second down. Brady. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, Mahomes. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted at second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On first down, Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw again on second down, Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
First down, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, he completes it right side to White. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And on that last pass for Patrick Mahomes, he tops 20,000 career passing yards. And, of course, this is a guy who came to the league in 2017. So to get to 20,000 so quickly, the only question now, where's the ceiling? Is it 40? Is it 50? Is it 70, 80,000? We will wait and see. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Again, it's Fournette. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hardman to return. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Brady. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Brady. On target over the middle to Hill. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here again is McCammon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up past the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
I'm the best, and I got it.